The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
This story, Rabbi Yaakov Galinsky told it to me himself. Rabbi Yaakov Galinsky, of course, was from Eretz Yisrael. He was originally from the Vardok. And he was a very lebedika, spry person. He was very, very short. And he told me that when he was a young boy, he was very wild. And his parents didn't know what to do with him. What yeshiva are they going to send him to? So they weren't going to send him to Slobodka because Slobodka was godless Adam to tell everybody how great they were. And he was a kid already, and he was thinking how great he was. So how's he going to be toned down? So his parents decided they're going to send him to Navardak. Navardak was much more strict and more controlled. And they figured maybe they'll be able to control him and help him build and fill his potential. So he told me that he came in to the yeshiva, and he walked over to the mashgiach. He was very short, so he had to look over the desk of the mashgiach. And he said, "I'm here." He said, "What do you mean you're here?" He said, "Well, my parents sent me here to Navardak." So the mashgiach told him, "This is not how you come into a yeshiva. Why don't you go down the block and learn some musar? There's a shul there, get a musar sefer, and you'll learn a little bit of musar, and then you'll come in, and we'll talk about you being accepted into the yeshiva." So he told me he was sent down to the yeshiva before he even got accepted. Now, it was already getting dark. It was like almost evening. And he came into that shul. Nobody was there. He walked in through the back. He opened up the door, and he noticed that up front, by the front table, there was a young man. He could only see him from the back. And there were a few candles on the table because there were no lights, no electricity there. And he was learning a Gemara. And Rabbi Yaakov told me that he was transfixed by the tune of the way this person was saying over a certain phrase, over and over and over. And this phrase is taken from Erevin Nun Dalet Amud Aleph. And the young man was singing to himself, "Chatoif v'echol, chatoif v'echol, chatoif, chatoif, chatoif v'ishtei." That means grab and eat, grab and drink, because this world, the high alma, the azlina minei, this world that we're going from, kibei hilul adamya, it's like a wedding. You come to a wedding and you could eat as much as you want, but it's going to end. And that's what this world is. Nobody lives forever. And he kept on saying, "Chatoif v'yachol," grab and eat, grab and drink, chatoif v'yishtei, because the high alma of this world, the azlina minei, kibei hilul adam, it's like a wedding. Now, he understood what that meant. That the young man was saying, grab and eat, grab and drink, grab and eat, drink Torah, eat Torah, learn Torah, because you're not going to be around forever. And make the most out of every moment. And he was so taken by that young man singing that over and over and over again. He felt humbled. And he went back. And he went back to the mashgiach. And he said, "I heard what I had to hear." And he was accepted, and he became the great person that he was. And when he told this story the first time, one of the main times that he told it was at the levaya of that young boy. That young man came out to be the Steipler. Could you imagine? Rabbi Chaim's father, Rabbi Yaakov Yisrael Kanievsky. And at the hesped that Rabbi Yaakov Galinsky gave, that's when he told that story. How we heard the Steipler as a young man, maybe he was 22 at the time. If that, I don't know what age he was.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org